For the public speaking research that we had to do, what I came across was a website called mindtools.com. Some of the information that was very helpful for me that I found for public speaking was having confidence in what you're speaking about and in yourself. And I think that's important for anything we do in life. Also, being prepared, planning appropriately for your speeches, having enough information to tell your audience. One of the other facts was practicing, watching yourself as you're doing your videos or speaking in front of others, so you can see yourself and how you react to public speaking. Engaging in your audience was another point that I found on mindtools.com. And that seems to be a little difficult. That's one of my apprehensions because it seems to be that even when I've been in audience, that it's hard to get your audience to engage with you. So you feel like you're just talking to a wall. Making sure you watch your recordings is another. Watching recordings of yourself as you speak. One of the other points was the nerves. I believe that the majority of people have nerves and get anxious and very self-conscious as they are public speaking, as I tend to fidget a lot. Also, Toastmasters.com, I actually watched a YouTube video from them, the 5 crucial tips for public speaking. Tip 1 was to know your subject and your presentation. If you know your subject, you're not going to have any issues, or you're not going to trip over your words trying to figure out what to say. The next one was know your audience and your space. Being familiar with your space allows you to move around freely, make sure or to understand the equipment that's being used. And then never apologize was another point, which I find not really that big of a deal, but when you're apologizing, you show less confidence in yourself because you're not unsure of how your audience reacts. The other point was imagining yourself giving a great speech. If you know your greatness, then you will project your greatness. And I think that's a good point for speaking in public, as well as everyday task. And then focus on your message and not yourself. So if you're constantly thinking about what you're doing with your hands, or if I'm twirling my hair like I tend to do without even paying attention to it, you get distracted by what you want to say, as I just did. And then also, for me, addressing the apprehensions that I have for public speaking is I'm not one to be prepared. I tend to procrastinate and wait till the last minute to do everything. So that's one thing that I need to work on if I continue public speaking or speaking in front of groups. Being more aware of my body language, as right now you can only see from my shoulders up, and as I'm sitting here, I'm playing with my hands. So that is one thing that I need to work on, is settling my nerves and being able to not fidget or play with my hands or move around. As when I was watching my About Me speech, I was doing a lot of just kind of fidgeting. So that is things that I need to work on for public speaking.